Departure Lounge is a company that specializes in emergent tech and creative services for different virtual productions. The main thing we have is a volumetric capture stage. We basically volumetrically captured the performers, which there are DJ artists and a singer and a piano performer, to integrate them as holograms in a full virtual production for a music video. So this music video was fully computer aided, made, for production wise. Yeah, it's the first time I think a music video is fully made with volumetric capture and including the game engine production for the environments, the visual effects, and the whole editing of this video.
Honestly, it was really eye-opening because we were working with new technology the whole time. And yeah, the ball was rolling and we were rolling. There was a beautiful creative vision ahead of us. So the process at first was just identifying like what everyone thought of it and how everybody interpreted it and finding that sweet spot. And then after that, identifying our constraints like ahead of time and doing our best to work within the bounds of the sandbox we're given to play in. On my end, especially working with such a small team to create like music driven cinematography was really exciting because everyone can interpret feelings differently. So mostly the process between us, Carolyn and Monstercat was kind of seeing how are we interpreting this? How can we best show it to convey the maximum feeling we want to get?
We do like testing, capture tests. So capture tests really help one, again, for this case, for our artists, for Whipped Cream and everyone involved to get familiar with the stage, what I want to convey from their performance. But as well, it really helps for us to see what will work best in terms of wardrobe, in terms of hair and makeup, in terms of where they're positioned in the stage to do whatever they're acting. So having this space for this kind of testing, it's crucial to get to the best outcomes possible at the end for any kind of project.
For this particular shoot, it was good for all of us to be hands on there and for me to be able to guide the actors because in a volumetric capture stage, there's cameras all around you and not one specific camera. But as the cinematographer, I would know what camera is going to be facing them, what camera are they supposed to be looking at or away from. So it was good for us to be able to be like, hey, this is the camera. Um, Mainly just ensure you're walking here, but the rest will be captured. Don't worry about it. So things like that, because it can be disorienting for first time people.
The director came in with their normal traditional, shot list, the kind of takes they want. So let's say a director would tell you like, okay, first I want a close up of her from this side, but then I want something from this side of the camera angle and how they look from the back. For that traditional director, that would be like 4 different shots. That's where I come in and explain that you can get all that from one single shot in our stage. And then in the game engine, then you can use the virtual cameras to get those exact angles because you have a 360 hologram 3D of this person. So that really opens their mind of how we can use the best way possible the time when we're shooting. Because, we can take, let's say 6 shots. And with these 6 shots, I can get 20 takes, just to give a random example. But that's something we really need to get them on board. And then they're very excited how they're going to direct on that day on the stage with the performers.
My work on this project includes working with the directors to establish the look and feel of the entire piece and then just breaking down each segment to vision boards, the environment and effects mapping, layout, storyboarding, and preparing the shot list with my producer, Brenda. I was also responsible for the in-engine cinematography, and then I oversaw the color grading and compositing of the final piece. The biggest prop we used was actually because we couldn't get a huge piano in there, it would take up all the space. We had a little keyboard prop for Crimson Child to like sit and play. And then later in Engine, we imported the asset of a grand piano and kind of just fit him to scale. So it looked like he was actually playing that even in the capture.
So for this project, since let's say it was a first project for many things in terms of creative innovation, in terms of tech innovation, we were together, like exploring and figuring a lot of things out.
It was important for her to be captured that way because we wanted a take that was as long as possible. At that time, we haven't really established what the exact distance would be from where she was supposed to be spawning, starting to the start of the cabin. So we just wanted to ensure that there's enough footage to cover whatever we throw at the asset, especially in VR, because it's really, really important to have continuous assets, continuous movement, so things don't appear as they should in a 2D music video, but then like where do they go once they're gone, right? So yeah, we had to ensure that kind of continuity, and the treadmill was very helpful.
We're mixing music video, new collaboration this artist is doing with different artists. It's a song that really steps out of her comfort zone in that sense, but also in the way of it was done, with what technology, how it's presented, and then how the user comes into this in a closer way as an immersive experience. So we're mixing everything into one single project of what South by South normally shows in different parts of their festival, because it's a massive 2-week conference, film screenings, XR exhibitions, music showcases. So you can get all that into one single project, which is the one we're presenting with The Dark by WHIPPED CREAM. So we're very excited you get, if anyone is around there, to actually get to experience it.